Awesome. Hi, Donne. Nice to see you again.
Hey, everyone. How are you?
Good, good. Just want to say a big, massive congratulations to you again and again for making one of the best decisions to do this.
Thank you. Sorry. The little guy.
Yeah. And like I said in the event last night, it's not until I started this opportunity that I realized that there is a better way, than a 9 to 5. And realizing that, oh my gosh, so I've been slaving my life on the 9 to 5 thinking that this is the only way to make money or have income
Yes.
coming in.
Yes.
You plan your life around that limitation of, you only make that certain earning. So what you do in life is very limited just according to, to that earnings, and with the hope that one day you'll have a breakthrough and have a bit more through whatever
Yes.
plans you have. And so since this opportunity is like, my eyes are just really open to the fact that actually there is a better way to life, that you can actually live life to the fullest in terms of lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so this opportunity has come, and everyone that comes on board and see the vision and see what this could be for them is a massive blessing, because to have you on the journey with us is really amazing. And we have a saying in the team: you're a blessing in the team whether you do a little or a lot. And you journey at your own pace, whether you want to achieve your goals the fast way or the slower pace. It's completely up to you. But we're here to journey with you all the way through and in what you decide to do. So massive, massive congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The intention of this call is basically, well, first and foremost, is just to share with you what pays you in this business, so that your focus is productive on what's going to put money in your bank account. Because at the end of the day, we're here to make money. There's no lie about it.
Yes.
And so basically the intention of this call is basically to show you the activities that will put money in your bank account when you commit to doing it consistently. And so, that first element of success, I know Ravel, and I think Ravel probably has talked with you about it. I wasn't there, is knowing your desire and knowing your why, knowing the reason why you're doing this business, and knowing what you want to achieve financial wise in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to a year to start with. And so I wasn't a part of that conversation. So if you could just share a little bit about, yourself and what you do and what you wish to achieve, maybe your ultimate goal for this business or your short-term goals. If you could share that with me, will be awesome.
Sure, no problem. So, hi, I'm Donne. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I've been a diabetic for as long as I can remember, since the age of 5. I'm also an epileptic. So I'm, 2 chronic illnesses for the majority of my life. I have a story to tell, and I felt that the products were very much suited to both my illnesses, as well as I could go out there and help others who are sitting in a similar position, with their illnesses. And why I joined the business was basically exactly as you said, extra money. We've got bills to pay. Living in Auckland is quite expensive nowadays. And besides that, we also want to hopefully one day live in our own home. And that's a way as well we can start, earning the extra money. We can start saving up, and hopefully one day we'll be able to afford our own home or a deposit therefore. So yes, that's just my reasons for, why I've joined Juice Plus, as well as why I've wanted to start the business.
That's awesome, Donne. I'll just cancel the spotlight so we'll all come back to us. That's really is amazing, and I hear you, and it's doable in this business. There's a lot of people who have been able to get the key and sign those dotted lines and get their first home, and so definitely it's doable. The other thing I wanted to ask is that what does success look like to you for the first year? Maybe like how much money would you like to see in your bank account that would just make your heart melt?
For myself, for the first year, anything between $500 extra to $1,000 would be suffice for myself. Yeah, that's the first year. I guess, year two we can review that dollar amount, but to start off between $500 and $1,000 would be
Wow.
just fine.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome. And definitely Ravel will be able to go through with you and show you exactly as you start your journey how much what your business needs to look like to be able to have that income coming in your bank account monthly. And 500 to 1,000, that's basically in this business 3 clubs. So that's just 3 people in your organization who this business are qualified, and that money is coming. But remember, we get paid 3-way in this business. So on top of that is your retail bonus, and on top of that is your bonus money that comes in as well. And so it could be anything, plus, but definitely it's doable. So that's awesome. I just have a few notes here because this is the call that is really business focused, because I'm the kind of person who just speak off the cuff a lot of time. And so just to keep me focused, because if you remembered coming in, the excitement, it is really exciting to be a part of this amazing mission and journey. And put the excitement and the hype aside. This is business now. This is what is going to get you that house. This is what is going to do more than just that is now. Now is the action, now we're going to work. The excitement and the love on the team and the support will always be there for us. It's really important that we look after ourselves first before we help others. And that's the main thing in this business. In order for us to do more, we have to really help ourselves first. And, that's that first step and plan that you're having. And so the other elements of success that will help you start putting this 500 to 1,000 in your bank account. Like I said, the first one is knowing your why and having that desire at the back, of everything that you're doing when you come to focus on this business. The second thing is consistency, and you will hear this from day one. From the get-go, you will hear everything that I'm sharing with you now every single day. It's because it is proving to create the success of the people that we're seeing right now in the business, and even myself and what I do. And so consistency is really important. It's just like if you have a coffee shop or whatever shop that you have, a physical shop, in order for your business to succeed, you'll go to work on them, you open the door and you shut the door, whether it's a 9 to 5 or 10 to 5, and people will be aware, as long as you're consistent in opening them up, you'll always be there, and they'll keep coming back to you when that very need for whatever you have arise. And so that consistency is really important, and that comes in our in your posting, even in our 5 high-paying activities in this business, which is your sharing on social media, what you're excited for about this business, what you're excited for in the product, or sharing about, what you love about the product or the benefits of the product. Attending, our trainings, which is, one of our high-paying activities or live events. But just doing those activities consistently is really, really important. And Kira always says that we would rather invest in our business 15 to half an hour a day in doing any of those activities than having to wait to do 3 to 4 hours in the weekend. Having those consistencies is really important, because not everyone wants to be healthy, but some people would like to have an extra 100 to 500 or 1,000 a month coming in. unless you share that on social media, no one will know you have anything to offer. And maybe right now they don't have any need for it, but down the line they might, and they will reach out to you. And in this business, you'll be doing some things that will push you out of your comfort zone, whatever that may be for you. But definitely, there's nothing new under the sun, and we're here to help you, just support and encourage you when you step out and do those things that may be new for you or a bit challenging for you as well. So consistency is definitely one of those elements, and knowing your desire. And the other one is being teachable. We all grew up being trained or raised up in our values differently, also in our expertise, in the skills that we learned, whether that be in our education or our experiences in the work we have, or even our own talents. And so sometimes, in this business, you have to be teachable. We have a system that works that requires you to be teachable, so that your success in this business will be a bit quicker, or you will see outcomes, much more efficiently, rather than trying to do things in your own ways. And, we have learned a lot in this journey. And like for me, I wasn't teachable. I was teachable, and then I wasn't teachable, and then I decided to be teachable again. And so having that teachability is really, it's one key to for you to just help grow, because in this business, as you reach a certain level, the remaining part of it will be just you teaching others what you have done. And so that's why it's important that you learn those key steps early, so that as you grow your business, it'll be easier for you to teach the others as well, the system. And just laying aside, what we know or think we know, in our talents and in our skills, just to be able to give the system sometimes to kind of sink in what we do, which is important. And the system I'm talking about, I think Ravel has already shared it with you, and I see you posting already. It's just number one, creating that curiosity in your post and in your sharing with people out and about face to face. And number two is sharing with people an event or a link that explain whatever the product or the business opportunity with them. And the last thing you do is basically put them in front of Ravel to answer their questions. Your job is not to answer anyone's questions, because underneath that question could be another layer, and Ravel has been exposed to this for not that too long, but enough for her to understand what could come, She's already a pro. And we're here as well, even though, yes, you are. Come on, STVF, rock it. Monetize your business. Come on. And so put them in front of Ravel, or myself. If any of us don't know the answers to those questions, we'll reach out to Brian or Alex or Ben. There's always someone who is more of the expert than us. In this business, we're not required to be the expert. No one should be the expert of anything. And that's where our stories come in, because no one can argue with what you're experiencing. And so that's what's really important. So with all the posting you're going to do, if anyone shows interest at at your first few months, what you do is just put them in front of Ravel and get them, once they start asking questions, put them in front of Ravel so that they can answer those questions, which is really, really important.
Yeah.
And even with your posting as well, if you're unsure about anything, just send a screenshot of it or something to Ravel, or put it up in our group chat so someone can have a look to make sure it's all good. And then, for anything that you're unsure of, just reach out. But just being teachable in that way, and following the system, the starter guide has a lot of the material to help you start strong. Read them a few times. It really does help build that foundation for your business. And watching the game chat plan, which I know you probably have already done.
Yeah.
Just for you to know exactly the money that is on the table as well. So being teachable is really key. And then as soon as you kind of masters the whole principles of how to do the business and the art of the conversation in the business, you will find that your personality will just naturally blend in, you know. You could be a very talkative person like myself, will talk about everything with everyone. And then somewhere in there, you create a curiosity of like, oh, you know, like you will watch Adam as well, his training, and asking a lot of questions. And they share something that they're planning to do or not like what they're currently doing. And there you sow a seed of curiosity and then get their contact and send it to them later. You don't try and explain to anyone on the spot right there what you're trying to do, but just get their contact so you can send them an event. The event does the work for us, which is amazing. And all we do is just answer their questions and just share more stories. That's basically how we do the business. Just being teachable in that way is also another element of success that will help you build that consistent income of $500 to $1,000 a month as well, which is awesome. The other thing, and so the other element of success that will help build that income and more is the follow-up. In this business, we always say that the fortune lies in following up with people. And the other element of success that goes well with it is your customer care. A lot of people who comes into this business and are really rocking this business comes to the business first and foremost as customers. And so really checking in on them, you know, it's not just, them becoming a customer on day one and you forget about them until the 4 months is over. But really checking in on them. How are you doing? Are you taking your product daily? Have you made any other simple changes? You know, are you drinking more water? Have you replaced healthier fat for your cooking? And, you know, those simple health changes. And it's just checking up with them, whether it's once a month, depending on your relationship with your customers, but just really loving on them and genuinely caring for them. For myself, after every customer does the 4 months, whether they decide to continue or cancel their order, I always make sure I send out a little thank you, whether it's a note or a thank you card or a thank you something. My ever first thank you, I made the JPT sneaker recipes and I box them up in a nice little homemade box, and then I kind of send it to them for my Auckland locals customers, because I couldn't do it for other people overseas. So, and for some people, like I have customers in the islands as well and stuff, it's just making little boxes of healthier food choices and stuff and send it to them. Little, doesn't have to be that, even if it's just a card or a thank you with a print out laminated recipe or something like that from our book. You know, it's your business, so you can be creative however you want. But anything to just show them that you love and care for them and appreciate them taking their health to that next level with adding our whole food nutritional support products. And so, loving on your customers is really important. And I think it starts from day one. When you reach out to them, we always say when you reach out to them at the beginning and having those conversations with them is having a genuine relationship. Yes, at the back of our mind, we will have, oh yeah, this might be a good prospect for me, either as a customer or as a business, but really just genuinely asking how they're doing. And the last thing you do is sharing about the product of the business. And the script are there as well, for that as well. So it's really important to have those conversation. And when you do send them a link or an event, I know it will, like for me, I'm guilty of it myself. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of prospects that I haven't even followed up from last year as much as I would like to, but it's on the plan to smash it this year to make sure that I follow up everybody. Because soon, like throughout different events that we do, we generate a whole database of contact. So the wealth and the fortune in the business is following those people up, and making sure, create a system. There's the DMO. There's a lot of resources in Freestyle as well on how to manage your business. and how to track your business and how you're going, your business tracker and all that. So starting with them early will be much better as well. And even creating your own system on your email and stuff, if there are people on email, that you make sure that you note the date that you start the conversations and follow-ups. So we always say if you follow up 3 to 4 times and there's no response, you kind of put them to rest as a no for now. And then you can check in with them again after a few months or so. Because it could be the opportunity is not for them right there and then. But unless they say no to us, then we cross them out, But for me, I don't have many no's, but a lot of no for now and still deciding type things. But an outcome is so much better than no outcome at all. An outcome, I think I said with Ravel yesterday, an outcome shows action. It shows that we have been in action. And so we would rather know whether it's a no or a yes or a maybe than having no outcome at all. So that's really important as well to follow up. And usually the no is not a no for now. And I have one of my prospect that I thought that she was saying no at the beginning. And I had my own ideas why she said no. And then later on, I found out that she didn't have data or her phone wasn't working or something. That's why she didn't get back to me. But who is also now doing the business as well. So
well done.
You follow up. Follow up really is key. So those are the main key elements to success in this business. So as long as you're focused and really understand your reason and your desire, as you're saying, for your home, it could be anything else that you would like to, in short term, is knowing that desire and knowing your why. You might just want to put down a figure for your next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months as well. I know we have 500 to 1,000, but you can make it short-term goals as well, and you share it with Ravel for your first 3 months and 6 and 9 and 12, so that she can show you exactly what your business needs to look like, to help with that. I spoke with one of my potential that I shared on our chat as well, who was interested in the opportunity 13 months ago. And so when I asked her about her why and what she wants success to be in her business, she says she just wants $25 a week. That's all she wants. And I was like, that's doable. Once you're ready, we can do this for you. And so it's just, $100 a month for her. That's what success looks like for her. And, and for others, it could be 500, like there's 1,000 and build on to 10,000 a month. So success for everyone is different. And I think the key for this business is that understanding and knowing those elements of having that desire, being teachable, being consistent, and plugging into training in the community, which is really important. We have training Monday, Tuesdays. I'm sure Ravel probably have tagged you on a file that has the team training event time in Zoom, but we share it on our group as well. So you won't, if you don't see it, just reach out there. And that basically is just being up to date with everything that goes on in the business and just being present with what's going on, so that you don't feel like that you're doing this alone. And you should never feel that you're doing this business alone as well. It's your own business, but, we don't rise in this business unless we help each other up. So do reach out anytime that you feel that you need a bit of encouragement or, and not sure where you are in your faith and stuff like that, but there's always support available for everybody. And of course, loving on your customers are the key aspects to it. What was the other thing? There's also another saying that we always say in this business is that the more you know in this business, the slower you go. And you definitely don't need to know a lot. I mean, like, the company's been around for a very long time. the product has a wealth of science behind it as well. You definitely do not need to know those scientific factual details unless it presents itself. So you can reach out and ask for it. The main thing in this business, you already have that desire. Again, just what I've just shared, being teachable, to be consistent, and loving on your customer when they start coming and attending training. So those are the key things that basically will put money in your bank account now. The knowledge behind it is irrelevant at the beginning unless people are asking for it. Then we share it. Because, if we try to impress people with our knowledge or science behind it, most people just want simplicity. Most people just want to know how it will help them or whether it will fit and meet their needs. Other things can rest. They will pop up. We'll look into them when they are needed. So definitely, it's important that you just go step by step, as Ravel will show you, like with your small goals to begin with, DVF. Yeah, after that done, SDVF, next goal, because you will unfold and learn as you go and as you need to. But definitely, if you have questions, just reach out and ask them, and we'll answer them as well. But definitely, you don't need to be an expert. No one is. We're not. But we have taken the product, we love it, and we're in the business and absolutely love the community, and that's all we share. And just sharing that attracts people. You will begin to attract people as well, because we have the same company, same product, same JBT program, compensation plans the same. The only differing measure is you and I, you, me, Ravel. That's what sets us apart and different in this business. It's how you live your lifestyle and your own talent and creativity and who you are in your heart, really. And as you share that passion on social media or face-to-face with people, you begin to attract the very people who are kind of similar to you, or who have that need that you have, and will reach out to you. So definitely, I think coming on that conversation, just to finish off that point of the more you know, the slower you go. So please don't feel that you have to know a lot. But coming on from what I was just saying there, we have another saying in this business. Every success that you have in this business, Donne, is your success. All of it. It's not Ravel's, not Team Robust, no one's. It's just all your success. You claim it, you own it, you celebrate it. It's Donne's success, no one else. On the flip side of it as well, if you have disappointments or if you have moments in your business where you feel a bit down for whatever reason, and really, if there's any sense of failure, it's completely yours as well, and you take ownership of it as well. I think in this business, we always like to have all the happy feelings and excitements and stuff. No one wants to talk about, oh, you can fail, you will fail, or, those negative stuff that can happen, which, of course, we always say in this business, you can never fail in this business. And the only reason why people fail in this business is that they decide to give up, or they just stop doing the 5 high-paying activities, and I see it as well. This business, no one can fail, really, because it really is up to you to perform, in your own business, to have that return in your business. So, and I think it's really important to have that understanding at the very beginning, because your success is determined by you, not by anyone else. And you have now the resources to access. So I think it's really important to just even, the sooner you'll be independent, the better as well for your business growth. Not because that we don't want to help you, but also it just means that you're more teachable in that respect, that you're very resourceful. We have our team pages, we all have our website. So, if you can't find something and you reach out and you look for it, you can't find it, reach out to us, ask in our groups, or reach out to Ravel, and we can help you in that way. Some people in the business love to be spoon-fed, until they're not doing it anymore. You got to go find it yourself. Of course, out of love, because it depends. If they've been with me for over 12 months, 13 months, then it's just a matter of gently showing them that they can do this already and don't have to rely on anyone else. Because, I think the reason why I'm just sharing that, because the more you're independent in this business, the more you'll be duplicating the system as well and moving forward. Because your aim in this business, to grow wide as slow or as quickly as you want. And then you'll be able to teach everything you're learning now, and as you grow, to everybody else that will come in the journey with you. And so, I think those are the main things that to help you get started. And have you already got your first customer, or are you still your own customer?
At the moment, I'm still my own, but I do have a potential. So we've set up a call for Tuesday evening. I'm just waiting for her to confirm the time, and then I'll let Ravel know. And I just saw someone else commented on another post that I put up this morning, because, some of my customers are in South Africa as well. So they're only waking up now. So I've seen someone commented. So when I'm getting off this call, that's what I'll be doing next, just to go have a look and see, what if someone expressed interest. So,
Awesome.
Exciting.
So the other way you can also get your first customer is launching your business. So that we can do that on one of our Friday events where you can launch your business, and there is a guide on how to launch your business. So basically, once you're ready, you can let Ravel know, and then we can get you to launch your business, and you can invite potentials to come. Not everyone would want to be healthy. Not everyone would think they want your opportunity, but everyone will come to support you because they love you and they care for you. It's just like if you open a traditional business, whether it's a gym or a coffee shop, and you're opening up, people will come just because you're launching and you're, doing something new to support you. It's also a great way of getting witnesses of what you're doing. It's just, affirming that what you're doing is legitimate as well. And so people and families are aware that you're doing something new and it's legitimate. And so just having that support is really important. So definitely launching your business is really important to getting your first few customers or teamies as well. So you can invite and prepare for it as big as you want. And then get it going, because that's a great way to, get posting about, maybe you're nervous about launching or excited about your launch. So that would generate curiosity and interest, oh, what is she launching? What is she doing? And also it's letting your social media followers know and be aware that you're doing something new as well. So letting them know you're opening a shop online. We don't, in terms of launching your business or having an online business, will let people know and be aware that you're open for business online. So that's the other way to get your first few customers as well. And the posting, which you're already doing, so that's definitely other ways of getting your customers. The other thing as well, I would say, if you have 5 people in mind that you think or believe the product might help their health right now, you can write them down. And like if you have a book where you record all your potential, something that you can go back to and check it off, or so that you can go back to and for your follow-up as well and the outcome for them, that would be cool. And also 5 people that the business may resonate with them, and you can use the verbiage or the script in the start guide on how to reach out to them. If you're unsure, you can just write your message up and screenshot it up in our group chat, or to Ravel to have a look if it's okay. And that's a direct approach that you can do to get your first few customers. So the script in it, I think you greet them, you wait for them to reply back, And then you kind of tell them the reason why you reach out is because you recently started an online business, or you recently started on a whole food nutritional product, and you've heard amazing stories and you can't help but think of them, that might help them too. And then that's when you share, if you could share a link with them that explain it more, to let them know whether they'll be interested. And most of the time they say yes, send it. And so once you send those, and then they get back with, you follow up after they watch it and get back with questions or whatever, then you put them in front of Ravel to get their question answered. So,
Lastly, just a question about the direct approach. Where are the links? Is it all in the script, those links?
If you go to Team Freestyle,
yeah,
the pinned post on Team Freestyle,
yeah,
has a whole lot of links in there. So there's a links for products in there if people are interested in the products, and for businesses, depending if they are personal trainers, if they are nurses or something. There's so many events that we could.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I've seen it, but I haven't watched all of them. So I'll just have a look through them.
Yeah, the events are not there, but the events are mainly, it's just that knowledge you grow in the business of the people, of the stories of the people that you know. So I know that there's a young people event that you could use if you have young people potentials. There's the retirement revolution for older people who are looking to retirement. I think the best way is just asking the group chat, because we quite send a lot of different, varieties as well of events. There's also events for people with bodybuilders in America, for people who are into building muscles and all those things. People who are nurses, people with breast cancers, people with autoimmune diseases, or nurses or teachers, because Alex obviously is a teacher, and Fiona. So basically it depends on that person, on your potential, and what link you might think. And Mum is on a mission for the mums. Just, for the product, we do have it, but if you go freestyle, there's quite a lot of links in there to help build your belief in the business as well, when you find time to watch them. And the other thing as well that's really important is that you must watch Eric Pro.
Eric Worre.
Eric Pro.
Eric Worre, GoPro.
Eric Worre.
I was thinking, is it Worre? No, maybe it's someone else.
I'm so used to his GoPro, I just call him GoPro. And also Jim Rohn with How to Build Your Network Marketing. So even if you just YouTube search Jim Rohn is there, the link changes all the time. So make sure you do watch them as soon as you can, because that will help you build that foundation in your business. I know those were the first thing I did in the business, watching the GoPro, Jim Rohn, and also reading the starter guide and the Game Set Plan. But those are kind of like your main pillars, your first pillar to get you started, like the backbones that you can always fall back on as you build those other pillars, as you grow with the promotion in the business. But yeah, so did you have any question, or you're ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll, but just a question about that GoPro. Is that Eric? Because I was searching for it. I was searching GoPro, but nothing came up, but I didn't know the guy's name.
It's Eric Worre.
Eric Worre.
WORRE.
Okay.
You have to pay for his book or audio. I remember we have to pay for it the time that we listened to it to download. I can't remember how much it was.
I listened to some of his stuff free on Friday. Just if you YouTube Eric Worre, there's like clips, 15-minute clips that comes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
With his 5 top tips, or maybe his 3 top tips for getting online. It's pretty good, even if you watch short little snippets of it.
Yeah. Eric Worre is really good. I love his stuff because of its practicality. Really practical. I like it. But yeah, the GoPro one is I think it's in 2 series. But
where do you download that from? From iTunes or?
I think they are in iTunes. I remember at the time that we had ours, Issa paid for it, and then her subscription or something of it expired, because that's the one we just keep giving our teenies as they come. But I'll see if she's got the link for it as well. It's quite long, but it's worth listening to it over and over and over and over again. Yeah. So that's really important.
I'll have a look as well to see.
We can ask on Robust who's got active membership of it as well, if they can load it for us to do.
Yeah. Does that do you know how long the membership is for? Is it a year or?
Oh, I think so.
Oh, okay, because then I'll just check the price out. I might invest in it, and for any other teamies I could share it around.
Yeah.
That I bring on board.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't remember, but yeah. Well, yeah. But I think on YouTube you can get it from YouTube as well. But I bought the book and it arrived to me. It miraculously translated itself to German. So if you can buy the book, it's better to have it in a book.
No, I like audio.
Oh,
No, I love reading, but I love reading fictional stuff.
But you can even download it and hear it in your car.
Yeah.
If you're in traffic or something.
For motivational stuff, I need to hear it. I can't read it. It's like I read a lot of books, but I can't read motivational stuff. Honestly, it bores me to tears. I'm like.
I wanted to highlight some of the stuff. I'm not a reader too, but that was my most excited book.
Oh, okay.
It's like in German. My God. I still have it brand new because I can't be bothered returning it. Maybe I will have a German prospect. And
you never know. Donne might speak German. Maybe Donne, do you speak German?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. But I think, just like any other business, this is a real business, and we have to work hard in everything we do to get success and to get, a satisfactory outcome that will, bless our family and bless others. So it is a real business. So treat it as one, go to work in your business however you want to, whether you organize an office or organize a file or organize something, just to give you that feeling, or just, just for you to, but it looks like you'll teach us more about that side than us. Because I think for myself, I'm going to talk from my own personal experience. I'm so used to working 9 to 5 under someone else's care, filing and doing everything for other people because it's their business. Transitioning to full-time mommy and entrepreneurship, no one has told me how to really run a business full-time. So I had, at the beginning, my whole last year, it was that excitement. Oh, I got a business, and I put that receipt there. Oh, where did I put that receipt? Oh, where did I put that? It's just kind of like do it as they come and stuff, and not really. But I think this is a real business. You got to organize your office and make sure you know where the files are for this and what's for this and what for this. And so this year, I'm like, no one really taught me how to be an entrepreneur or what entrepreneurship needs to look like to be organized. And that's when, I was like, oh, wow, this is a real business. There's tax to pay. There's expenditure that needs to go out. Not much in the business apart from your product. But when you start having customer care and you're building an organization, like, to provide giftings and rewards for your people in your organization, it requires that organization as well. And now this year, I'm really excited about it because, like, I actually have a real business. It's like, oh, wow, I have paperwork to do for my own business. But I didn't think about it because I'm so used to doing it for other people.
I think that's where I'm stuck at the moment with you. Like, I'm struggling with the same thing. I must have to thinking of this as a side hobby and think of it as a business. I think I'm coming unstuck there because even like prospects and I know I have to jot them down and put them in the memory jogger and stuff, but I'm not doing that at the moment. Like, I'm kind of like going through my phone every day and like, checking who I can impact for that day. And I do my follow-ups, but again, I'm not treating it as, and I know I should, but It's just a weird thing at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, like you've only been what, 2 months in the business, right?
3 months.
And you've done so amazingly in that 3 months as well. But like for me, it took me the year to realize that I'm so used to being stuck in a 9 to 5 and in that mindset that coming to this new venture, it's like we have to kind of self-taught and learn as we go about it. And once we realize that this is our real business and we take ownership of our own business and going to work in it and putting that, I mean, we're dealing with lives here, and following up with them and looking after them as in customer care and all that is really key to the sustainability of our own business. But no one really taught us how to transition from the 9 to 5 to being full-time entrepreneurship. It's something we have to learn, and it's something I'm learning now myself.
And I think it's hard for me at the moment because I'm still doing the full-time job and then doing this at night. So pretty much I did a 9 to 5, and then I come home, and then I like the last little bit left of me to do my other business. So but I'm working on that at the moment. You mentioned tax. Do you know how are we meant to, when does it start kicking in, or how does it work? I don't know anything about tax.
So basically there is a recording in Team Alive that Ben did with the accountant.
Oh, okay.
So you can just search tax or something.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, but basically when I spoke with mine, they say it's not until after your first 2 years that you start paying taxes.
Okay.
Business. But Ben did a really good suggestion where he says that every time his Juice Plus pays come out, it's either you put aside 10% of that in saving towards tax or pay that straight to IRD. So it's different, and people do it differently as well. But you don't. For me, when I went to ask at our local, there's a local accountant that I needed help with, and I wanted to find out if I needed to pay tax. And when I told them my earnings, they're like, "Darling, you don't need to pay anything," because I was so keen to pay taxes. I submitted the wrong form online, and I was owing my estimate that I thought I was going to make. I was owing that money to IRD. And so that was a bit of a knock on the head because I was too, and so I was able to get this company to help me to correct it and put it back to zero. And they told me, you do not need to pay anything because you haven't, so, which was crazy. I was like, I need to pay my tax only not even a year in the business. And I gave myself a debt that wasn't there. And I freaked out and I phoned them and I'm like, I don't have the 6-figure money to pay for a tax I haven't even earned. How did that happen? And so they told me that they cannot change the system. It's one of those things that the state just can't change it. And
how advantageous for them.
I was like, okay, now I need to go find an advocate for this because I'm a social worker, so I'm so used to advocating for people.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, nah, you guys, there's a way around this. I'm going to go find it. And so I did go find it, and they wiped it to zero because it was a genuine mistake. But 2 years. Yeah, 2 years after.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then you can look into.
Good to know.
Yeah. But anyhow, was there anything else?
No. From my end, I only had that question about the direct approach, but you've covered that. So I'm going to do some research and go and look up those things you've told me earlier.
And I'm here to help, and everyone else is here to help as well. So.
Yeah,
sure.
I think just in the script, it's just, having the conversation with someone, whoever's in mind that, for me at the beginning, my success at the very beginning was because I just picked up the phone. I was a phone person from the very beginning. I wasn't really messenger. Like I hide away from social media. I try and hide away from people. I wasn't even out there. You know, I had less than 100 people at the beginning, and now there's over 1,000. And so, you know, and I see now social media makes sense. You know, it's a platform for business. For me, my page is a business page.
Yes.
And what I share there, it's basically with the intention of, you know, yes, genuinely connecting with people, but it's for my business. Because if it wasn't for my business, I wouldn't be on social media still.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, I picked up the phone. Those people I had in mind, I picked up the phone and called them, every single one of them. And so I was a phone person. Some people prefer messenger. So, you know, even if you direct approach them over the phone, depending on your relationship, it might be more effective than chatting back and forth on messenger.
Oh, yeah.
To help you achieve your SDVF. Like I know cousins that have been trying to lose weight, people who were always sick, always in hospital. I just, you know, message them and ask for their phone number, or ask a mutual friend for their phone number, and then I call them and just talk with them and said I couldn't help but think of you, that this product might help. It has done this and this for my mom, for my sisters, for myself. What do you think? Do you think it will help? You know, with, of course, finding out what their goals and the reason why they would like to be healthier, or, you know, those things. So, yeah, I would challenge you and suggest you just pick up the phone and call them.
Yeah, good idea. Thanks. I just needed the confirmation that I can do that.
And
You can do whatever you want. It's your business.
Your business. So, yeah, and you can do it. You can do this business, but you take it at your own pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely for me, I found at the beginning I was a phone person. Tasha wasn't really a phone person until I insisted, and she's like, Lucky, how did you get the customer? How did you get the customer? And I said, pick up the phone. And so when she started picking up the phone, her business was wearing boom. Now I'm like, girl, slow down. But no, it was just a joke. But yeah, I think I can stop recording now.
Yep.